Well, hello. Got something a little bit different for you guys today. In my quest to get all of the Switch 2 stuff, we've got a package here from WaterField Designs. That's sfbags.com. Trying to avoid having my address on there, you know, because everybody's got to send me somewhere or whatever. But at any rate, this is a carrying case for the Switch 2, and it's called the CitySlicker. Here we go. Ooh. Compost me, please. 100% compostable and made from corn. Nothing else inside there. So I guess that means my entire order is in here. I picked up a few of the accessories. I will have you know. Eco-packables, huh? Well, let's give this a shot. Hold on. No, it doesn't smell like corn. I've never come across packaging saying it was made of corn. But you know, San Francisco, they're gonna real hate Nashberry-like, right? They're gonna be on the bleeding edge of eco and all that, right? They're gonna come up with something. Shockingly enough, this is a leather case. Oh boy. There it is. Before we get into the case, we also have the sling. Whoa. Pretty substantial stuff right there. Mountain climbing? Probably not. But yeah, I did get the sling. That's adjustable. It's got a leather strap right there too. Maybe inside the CitySlicker, my crimson leather game card holder could be in there somewhere. And oh, it is. Okay, along with the carabiner. Whoa, okay. So I got the aluminum carabiner. What do I got on? It feels like I have a googly eye on me somewhere. Can't get that off. So this is the aluminum carabiner. I figured it matched, all right? So that's good. Not real cheap, but hey, gives you another option for maybe snagging this onto another bag, maybe. But let's look at the game card holder here. Should probably have some game cards on hand to demonstrate. Probably should do that. So here we are with Yakuza 0. But Vaughn, it's a game key card. It's not the same thing. Okay, well, we'll see about that. I think once you get this kind of worked in, maybe these will kind of, you know, open up a bit, maybe, or something. I know, I should be a hand model. My childlike hands over here. Stylish. Very stylish. Now, when it comes to pull out game strong. Insertion, yeah, a little rough, but you know what? I don't think that I'm damaging the game card one bit. And it actually should fit in here pretty well. Part of why I got crimson is because this does feature, we got a little literature here, a red microfiber cloth to kind of do a bit of a screen cleansing when you put this bad boy in. So why don't we get to that portion? Here's the Switch 2, we know and love. Aha, we go in pretty much like that. Ballistic nylon, full grain leather. Now, why did I get black? Because it matches everything, right? No, because full grain leather tends to patina. It tends to look a little scratchy. Even in their demonstration, you had some pretty scratched up looking stuff. I kind of like the idea of the chocolate, the cocoa, whatever, and that offered a wax canvas instead of the ballistic nylon. But I figure this would look more uniform. This would, in the long run, look better. It wouldn't patina. I'm not crazy about patina. And I also think that this is less likely to kind of rub. You get a little bit of color bleed on things. I think a big selling point on this case, the magnets. How come we don't have more magnets being deployed here when it comes to the Switch? Switch 2 accessories, right? Where are the magnets? And we also have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 game card slots up front. That's gonna take care of my gaming needs for a while. Is this particularly secure? That's pretty secure. I think you could feel safe I wouldn't say safe walking around San Francisco under any circumstance. I'll say that even if you don't feel like these are snapping together tight, it's magnetic. And the truth is, it still closes. Even if it doesn't land on there, you still get some closure. And I think that's gonna be actually good enough for me. Now look, let's not use the term best case. I've heard great things about these before the Switch 2 even came up. I've seen journalists saying this is the case to get, that it will be the case to get. They had their Switch OLED. It seems really nice. Like, can we call this the most mature case? Is there any doubt about that? Now, it is a soft case, so protection here is not immense, but I really like how we have the pouch behind, away from the Switch 2. This is where you stuff your goodies. This is where you put your cables. Not anywhere where the screen could possibly take any damage whatsoever. How's the retrieval on this? The retrieval action, pretty easy. Yeah, pretty good stuff. And then we want to put it back. There's space, no issues whatsoever. In fact, additional pouch, then you can close it up. It might actually be the easiest to use case. And the versatility, right? Carabiners, and granted, yeah, we're talking carabiners and a strap that costs as much as other cases. But hey, sometimes you get what you pay for. Well, a little bit of an update for you. After 2 months of use as my primary case for my Nintendo Switch 2, the CitySlicker, admittedly not going out a heap, but it's really growing on me. I think that the strap is necessary if you want to get one of these. I really like the cam mechanism in this. It's very adjustable. You could use it on either shoulder. Also, the game card slots, look, it's classy that it's made out of leather. It is the thinnest way to put together some of your game cards, but the design does cover up the titles unless you leave them just hanging a little bit. There are other means to go about this. I found a pretty nice magnetic case that is very cheap, affordable, situates a bunch of games over on Amazon. But if you want to put this in the back of your CitySlicker, you can. You just won't have a lot of room for a power bank to give you a little extra juice. More on that in an upcoming video. It's also nice to be able to have your Switch 2 in some kind of case while charging. And as their literature points out, the magnets do align better over time, stretching, conforming to the case. But maybe you could do without the carabiner. It's not that high quality, the paint's chipping already, so it's not powder coated. But I really think that this CitySlicker is the bag if you are an adult who has a hybrid gaming console. Again, they have paid me nothing. There is a link to sfbags.com somewhere in the description, pinned comment if you want to check these out, and they're in stock, or you're going to have to pre-order for the next shipment.
Hey, it's Vaughn's mom again, and I just want to remind you that for at least the moment, the like button is free, but don't put it past YouTube to charge money for it someday.